Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, who's ever watching this video. I am Richard Taylor, and I'm back with a update on a video that I made approximately about 2 weeks ago about a 25-year-old Goldsboro, North Carolina man, namely Tristan Bass, who's been missing. At that time, it was 10 days, but today I think it's the 23rd or the 24th day that he has been missing. So I just wanted to come and give an update for those who didn't watch the previous video. Mr. Bass, who's, 32, I'm sorry, I said 25. I think he's 32. He's a man who's been missing for 10 days, last seen by his mother on Saturday, October the 16th, about 1:30 in the morning. He left home. And according to his mother, he does have some mental issues, some mental health issues, bipolar and schizophrenic, as well as she mentioned some, some drug or alcohol issues. However, Mr. Bass walked out and hasn't been seen since that day. I've received some information from some other sources who are close to Mr. Bass, and I just wanted to share that information. Once again, hopefully it sheds light. His mother, I talked to his mother, Miss Tristan Bass, and once again, she said it's very unlike him to be gone this long and not call either her or his grandmother, who he was very close with. But and he's in the Durham Lake Road of North Carolina. They live in the Durham Lake area of Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I received some information about somebody once again who's close to him, and they told me, and if this is another case that is, I believe it's unsolved, don't quote me, but on about June 9th, June 10th of this year, another man, 28-year-old Delquan Newton, was found in Duplin County behind the Dollar General. I think he was found dead with gunshot wounds. And to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, once again, his death has yet been unsolved as well. But according to some inside information I received, that Tristan and Mr. Newton were friends, or they were acquaintances. They had been together. I think Mr. Newton used to pick Tristan up, and they would do yard work together and things of that nature. So apparently, Tristan Bass, the one that has been missing now for 23 days, and Delquan Newton, the one who was deceased in June of this year, were some acquaintance. They had some relationship. So according to a source, once again, that was close, they said Tristan had alerted someone, and this was about a month or so before his disappearance, that he had received a phone call, and I think it was an anonymous phone call, and the caller, according to Tristan, reported that the caller said, "Okay, you see what happened to Delquan? You're next." And so that's what was reported to me of a phone call that Tristan reported that he had got, probably about a month or so before his disappearance. And then after that phone call, Tristan lost his phone. So according to the sources and his mother, Tristan had been without a phone for a month before his disappearance. So that once again just raises some eyebrows to me. If he did receive a call like that, and of course this man's death is somehow related to Tristan's disappearance, then maybe somebody could shed some light or share some information on that what happened to either of them. Like I said, I don't know if Mr. Newton's death has been duly investigated, but there's another troubling thing as well that disturbs me about Mr. Bass' disappearance is the police, the sheriff department of Wayne County, has not yet issued a silver alert. Now, a silver alert is issued when somebody has been gone missing for a certain point of time, and they have not been found. So according to Tristan Bass, Tristan's mother, that she has been trying to get coverage of her son's disappearance, by news stations and news channels, but she has been denied that because, according to the stations, that Wayne County Sheriff Department has not filed the necessary silver report for it to be in the database. So once again, I definitely want to question, Wayne County's sheriff's tactics in investigating this disappearance, because I think that would bring a little bit more light to the situation, because if it were not for somebody who reached out to me concerning the case, I would know nothing about it. And I think a lot of people who probably watching this video don't know anything about it as well. But that's something that we will be talking about. Hopefully I can reach out to the sheriff tomorrow, and according to his mother, there's a Sergeant Mullins who is investigating this case. And once again, I don't want to denigrate the sheriff department, because I know that they have held several search parties for Mr. Bass. So I know that they are out there searching for him locally and in the areas that he's known to frequent, or the areas that he has lived in. So I definitely applaud them for those efforts. But if there's something that could be done on a broader scale, like as in, filing that silver report or silver alert, that will bring the news and, subsequent other media outlets to be able to expose and create some more broad spread or widespread coverage, I think that's definitely not to be overlooked. So we're going to keep praying. I'm praying for the mother and his safe return. Once again, it's been 23 days. So, logically, we hope he's still alive. But there's a good chance after this much time without hearing from anyone, that there's a possibility that something worse has happened. And once again, we don't want to speak that, we don't want to believe that, but we do have to take all things in consideration. So therefore, I definitely want to keep Tawana Bass in prayers, and his family and his friends and his siblings and those who love them. Actually, a guy stopped me today and asked me about have I heard anything else. So that's what prompted me to give this update. But if anybody once again knows any information about his whereabouts or connections with his disappearance, or even connections with the Delquan Newton's murder, please feel free to reach out to me, his mother, or even police, law enforcement agencies, because once again, we are in a town of Goldsboro, North Carolina, 40 or 50,000 people. Wayne County, maybe 100,000 people. So our community is too tight knit to allow these things to continue without trying to find justice and bring who's, if possible, or if if applicable, who's responsible for these disappearances and these deaths. So if you guys check out the information, you guys my social media, most of you guys know you can email me, DM me. My phone number is 919-587-7782. Even if you can call me directly if you got some information to help bring this son home to his mother and family, or even give the family some closure about his whereabouts or his disappearance. Once again, Tristan Bass, 32 years old, of Goldsboro, North Carolina, has been missing since October the 16th, 2022. And so we are definitely hoping that someone can bring some information and shed some light to his whereabouts. Y'all be blessed, be safe. God bless you, each and every one of you. Thank you.